Hi everyone, hope you all. This is CoinsKid. I'm just going to dive into Solana. The ticker is SOL versus USD. Okay, so right now Solana is running to the 2 at 196, I think it is, and it's rolling back. It's done this the whole way up. You know, you ran into a level of resistance on the fibs, and you've come back to a key level support for continuation. Now there was a bit of an issue with Solana yesterday, a bit of a bottleneck, a DDoS attack, I think yesterday, which seen the network get taken offline. But I think it's coming back up. But it's good for it. Basically, it shows that it can sort itself out, and it should hopefully come back to fruition. Right now it is having a correction. Obviously it's got really overextended. We have got our primary targets up here. We do anticipate that you're moving towards a 2.272 right here and potentially a 2.618, okay, up at $400, but it does it in waveforms. Okay, so you're broken out right here. You can see broken out, come back, and that come back. And right now you are hugging the 20 at the moment, as you did the 20 right there. You ran into a level of resistance, coming back for support for continuation, because I think that once you do break, you're looking at beautiful upside here. I do think that once you start to come up and break this high at the 2, you know, around about 196, and start to get back above that, you will minimal be looking at a $269 price tag for Solana right here. So what I'm going to do is look on the 4-hourly time frame, see if we can see it right here. Okay, so on the 4-hourly time frame there is a bit of a pattern here. Okay, so we've got a level of support just here. Okay, there's all sorts going on here. We did hit a level of resistance just there, and there is a level of resistance, a trend line just here, descending triangle basically. Now obviously if you lose the support, this is potentially where you're going to roll over and come to the 1618, which is previous swing high just here. Okay, and that is, let me bring this back into play and move this over a little bit so we can get this absolutely knob on around about there, isn't it? Okay, roughly around about there, I think it is. Yeah, so basically I think that what you're looking at, if you start to roll over here and lose this key level support for Solana, you could be looking at a correction down to the 1618, $127. I think that would be a correction of around about 15%. But you know, we have made these descending triangles on the way up here before. Okay, there was one just here, that's a descending triangle. You came in towards the apex just there, and you broke out to the upside, and you met a target. There is a technical target if you break to the upside of this descending triangle. You're coming into the apex, so some kind of break is imminent. You know, if you start to break out here, you will be looking at a continuation and creating a new all-time high. You could be looking at a $220 price tag. So it's all about support and resistance at the moment. I would imagine if you do start to lose this key level support, look, because you've got support, coming into the apex of a descending triangle, some kind of break is coming. Break to the upside, you're looking at that. Lose support, you're looking at retest of this blue line, as you had a little wick down there, and this is a previous swing high. Do you understand that? So theoretically, come to your charts, okay, draw these trend lines, because if you lose 152, you are looking at a minimal 127. Now if you do start to break out here and break this level of resistance, so you're under this descending triangle, which you've been under before, look, you get overextended, come back to the EMAs, hold support, boom, break out to the upside, your technical target which was met. Right now you could be looking at that $220 for Solana, and I would imagine at that point, you know, you're breaking out here, you come up, go a little bit extended, fall back to the 2.272, is it, or was it the 2? Yeah, the 2 point, yeah, the 2, roughly $200, fall back to its support, build up momentum, and that's where you're going to see yourself get to the 2.272 at $276. There's a bit of fodder at the moment around Solana, okay, and Bitcoin and Ethereum is having a bit of an upside. So, you know, it is a bit of an inverse correlation at the moment. If Bitcoin and Ethereum are not doing relatively well, this is where you see Solana do well, basically, and if Bitcoin and Ethereum are doing well, then this is where you see Solana not do well. Did I say that right? There's an inverse correlation, basically. I'm sure you can understand what I mean. So yeah, they're your targets, basically. We do anticipate that you will be looking at this eventually, and potentially, you know, the 2.618, $416 in this bull run for Solana. We've had them targets down in this channel for quite a long time, you know, and all the targets have been met so far, and you can see with each resistance point it comes back to a key level support for continuation, and that's potentially what you're doing right now. You are losing this particular level just here, aren't you, this previous high, so then you've landed on a swing low. You start to lose that swing low, which is this previous swing high as well. Look, you got swing high to swing low, boom boom boom, support. So immediately you can see that if you do start to lose this, you'll have a little wick down, find a little bit of support on the 135, but I would imagine that your technical target is the 1618, where you will get a bounce there, and I do think that you'll get a high level of support right there. Now where is that on the daily time frame? Okay, so wow, you really overextended on the EMAs. It's having a cool down, basically, level of consolidation like it did here, flatten out these EMAs, because there's a bit of a gap there. Look, whenever there's a bit of a gap on these EMAs, you'll always see it come back to it. I think it was taking off into space, wasn't it? So you'll always see it roll over, hold support, continuation. Solana looks good. It looks good. Okay, it's a fantastic project. It's having some teething problems, but I do expect more upside for the project. Okay, so again, just stipulate, if you do start to see this resistance broken here, this apex, you know, coming to this apex, some kind of break is relatively imminent. If you do start to see it break out to the upside and get back above the EMAs, you could be looking at a beautiful little long up around about 37%, you know. But if you do start to lose this support at 152, because you can see it's a foundation of support in the 4 hour, if you do start to see yourself come down, you will be looking at a short up of around about 16.31% for Solana. But I don't think it will just do this. It won't just like that, you know, get there overnight. It slowly crawls down. Okay, hit your head, roll over, and slowly come down to the technical target of this descending triangle, which is this previous swing high just there. Okay, we'd had a wick down there, didn't we, to the 1618. So it's all good, you know. It is all good, you know. I want to assure you that it's relatively good. There is a bit of a head and shoulders pattern there. Look, a bit of a head and shoulders pattern. Do you see that? So again, you've got a correction on the cards if you lose this key level support 152. Take care, everyone. Hope you understood that update. Break resistance, upside, lose support, potential retest of this 1618 or 127. Take care, everyone. Back soon with another update on Solana. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.